It's beginning to look a lot like cozy. You probably thought I was going to say Christmas, but it's looking a lot like cozy season. And some of us may have already decorated for Christmas. Others of us may think that it is nowhere near time to decorate for Christmas. But I think we could all agree that adding cozy touches to our homes is great any time of year, but especially as the temperature drops and the leaves are falling off the trees. We just kind of crave that cozy feeling in our homes. Today I'm going to be adding some cozy touches around our home as we prepare for Thanksgiving, Advent, Christmas, all of the holidays ahead. I hope you'll join me. A few months ago, I made this makeshift coat rack for right inside our doorway. We don't have any sort of mudroom or laundry room. Our laundry is down in the basement, and we come in through the garage most often. So the coat closet is clear on the other side of the house. So we really needed some sort of coat rack, coat shoe drop place right inside the door. So I made this out of a board and some dresser knobs. And I liked it fine, but we were constantly running out of knobs on this thing. And my dresser, my craft dresser in the basement where I keep many of my supplies, was much harder to open without the knobs that I borrowed from it. So when I was at the thrift store a number of weeks ago, I stumbled upon this really nice wooden coat rack. So I decided to replace my DIY coat rack with this one and return the knobs to my poor dresser downstairs. The holes were actually nearly in the same place, so I didn't have to re-drill. And I'm very pleased with it. It holds all of our things just like we need. It'll be perfect as we go through winter. I've been wanting to add some pretty and cozy interest to the wall behind our bed, and it felt like this big blank wall. It just needed something, in my opinion. So I wanted something easy, something I could just do in a day or so. I didn't really want to have to try to get big sheets of beadboard home or try to, cut beadboard and all of that sort of stuff. So I actually found this peel and stick beadboard. It's just wallpaper. It's peel and stick wallpaper that's meant to look like beadboard. And in my opinion, it's very convincing. It doesn't have any texture to it, but it looks like beadboard until you get right up on it and feel it. And then it's like, oh, this isn't beadboard, this is wallpaper. Anyway, it was very easy to put up. And as an easy DIY solution, I think it works great. I also found this beautiful green and white toile peel and stick wallpaper. I'm actually really impressed with this peel and stick wallpaper. It's nice and thick, and the pattern is beautiful, and the price was so reasonable. I think it was under $10 a roll. Peel and stick wallpaper can get so pricey, and I did not want to spend a fortune on this project. We have moderately textured walls, so I'm always a little bit hesitant with peel and stick wallpaper because they say you're not supposed to use it on textured walls because it won't stick as well and you'll see the texture through the paper. That was slightly the case with the beadboard peel and stick wallpaper. If you go right up to it, you can definitely see some of the texture of our walls showing through. I'm okay with that personally. I don't think it's a big problem. If you have smooth walls, this will work even better. But the green and white toile is thick enough that I cannot see any of the texture of our walls through the wallpaper. So it's really nice and thick. The pattern is beautiful, and the price was completely reasonable. My only complaint with this would be that there is no room in the printing of the design for overlap. So I had to overlap the paper slightly to make sure that there are no gaps and to allow for expansion and contraction with temperature fluctuations. So I had to overlap it by about 1/4 inch, so I did end up squishing the pattern together a little bit because of that. So I do wish there was some repeat printed on each paper, but you really can't tell, and I still absolutely love how it looks. Since we're on the peel and stick train here, I also found this amazing product. It is peel and stick trim. There was no messing with cutting wood to length or a nail gun or glue adhesive or anything like that. All you have to do with this trim is peel off the backing and stick it to the wall. It is actually that simple. And I was able to cut it to size with scissors, just normal scissors. So I totally recommend this product. I totally recommend the peel and stick wallpapers. I will link them all below if you're interested in trying this. The beadboard was a little bit on the pricey side for peel and stick wallpaper, but the other two were very, very reasonable. Over the years, we have had so many fluctuations in the layout of our house. Our family room used to serve as our couch and TV room. And then as we had children and we needed to use the other bedrooms as bedrooms, we no longer had an office. So we ended up moving our desks into the family room as our office and shifting the former family room furniture to the living room. And then for a while, we had the dining table in the family room, and the dining room became kind of a lost space full of clutter. So then we moved the dining table back to the dining room, and I didn't know what to do with the family room. So recently I decided that since our desks are already in the family room, that we would make the family room our homeschool room / office / game room. We were already keeping all of our board games and card games and everything in my English pine hutch. So all I needed was a table to serve as our official homeschool table. I found one on Facebook Marketplace that was listed at a local antique mall. So I went out there to take a look at it. And of course I had to look around at other things while I was there very briefly, because that's fun. But when I actually found the table that I had seen on Facebook Marketplace, I was not impressed with it. It was very modern, not in style, but it was just not made well. It was very cheap wood thrown together with some glue and nails maybe. The drawers were not dovetailed. It just seemed really cheap. So I was disappointed, but I decided to look around the rest of the antique mall, and I had almost given up hope, but I stumbled upon this solid walnut vintage table. One of its leaves was detached. It's a drop leaf table, but it was sitting off to the side, and it was only $49 for a solid walnut table. And I just thought it was so pretty and it was the right size. So I went ahead and got it, and I love it in this space. A few weeks ago, I was at Goodwill, and as I walked in, I saw 2 vintage ladder-back chairs with the woven seats, and I thought to myself, I don't need more chairs. I don't need more chairs. So I kept walking, and I got to the back of the store where the furniture is kept, and I saw 2 more of the same chairs. And I thought, oh boy, it's a set of 4. Usually these types of chairs would go for well over $100 for a set of 4, maybe over $200 even. And Goodwill had them for $11 a piece. I thought, I have to get these. I don't know how in the world I'm going to explain this to my husband. I'm not supposed to be bringing more furniture into our house, but this is just too good to pass up. So I got the 4 chairs for $44, and I love them. They're so perfect. And I had absolutely no idea when I bought those that I would find a table that looks like it was made to go with the chairs. They just work so well together. I could not be happier. I cannot wait to set up our Christmas tree in the corner of this room. It's going to be so fun. Since this is our homeschool room now, I'm going to do something a little bit more whimsical. I am also in the process of filming Christmas content, so I am looking forward to sharing all of the many ideas I have with you pretty soon. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more homemade cottage living, and I'll see you next time.